Hi guys, this is Kika P and thank you so much for again dropping by in my channel. Today I'm so happy and very privileged that another StepN user will come and join me as we explore his journey into StepN. So Brian, can you please do a quick introduction just briefly about yourself, where you are,
Sure.
your location, what you do, and how did you discover StepN?
Yeah. So hi guys, my name is Brian. I live in Hong Kong right now. I actually started my StepN journey the day before my birthday, which is March 30th.
Belated
Um,
happy birthday.
yeah, thank you, thank you. So it was kind of a mistake getting into StepN, to be honest, because I was looking into NFT projects, which are still in the alpha stage. And of course, NFTs, if you want to profit from NFT, the most easy way to do so is to get into that during the alpha stage.
So
And I
sorry to
saw this
interrupt.
project.
Sorry to
Yep.
interrupt. Which site is that? Just in case for others who wants also to check some other NFT projects.
Okay, so there's a couple of ways, right? The most common way to do so is just to go Google that stuff up.
Mm-mm.
But a more common way nowadays is to follow a lot of Twitter accounts.
Mm-mm.
And there are a lot of Twitter accounts out there who promote their NFT and promote other people's
Yes.
NFT by
Yes.
retweeting their stuff. And
Yes.
one of the ways to get the audience that they want is to give out whitelist,
Mm-mm. Yes.
which
Yes.
is one of
Yes.
the ways to promote their work. And by doing so, you have to like, retweet, and comment
Yes. Yes.
their on their account.
Mm.
And that's usually how you get exposed to these great NFT projects.
Okay. Now
And
you
so going
can
back to
continue
Step
your step.
In,
Yep. That's it.
yeah, yeah. So I read an article online and it says, you can play to earn.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a long history of gaming. I was once a professional gamer as well. I played
Oh wow.
uh, Call of Duty
Mm-hmm.
professionally during my high
Mm-hmm.
school stage, which is probably something that you don't want to do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because that would, of course, interrupt your learning.
Yep.
But yeah, that's what I did. And I really do like the concept of integrating, playing, learning, and, just with the whole crypto concept, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
so I tried it out. I see that people are buying these sort of entities in a sneaker form, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Read articles online, checked it if it's a Ponzi scheme. Doesn't really look like it.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of loyal fan base. Another really good tip into checking if it's a Ponzi
Legitimate.
scheme, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is to log in into their Discord channel,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
logging into their Telegram channel,
Mm-hmm.
and if you see that the participators, all they do is that oh, this, for example, right? I'll step into the moon, GMT
Mm,
to the
yep.
moon, GST to the moon,
Hyping the price.
when
Yep.
$1, when $2, when $10, stuff like that,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
It's a really clear indicator that the fan base is not as loyal,
To
or
the
not, or
project.
the
Mm.
entire fan base is not as healthy, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you go in there and people are actively answering your questions, they're being very
Mm-hmm.
helpful,
Mm-hmm.
then you know that you have something going on there.
Yeah. Exactly.
And of course, StepN being the winner in the Solana hackathon, right? That's also a
Yes.
really good indicator
Yep.
that this project is probably going somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I got into the project at March 30th. I immediately bought free common sneakers.
Wow.
Yeah, so two walkers and one trainer.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The stats are kind of dodgy, but they're all mint zeros.
Yes. Yeah.
And I think that's a really good tip for all of our beginner players out there as well.
Yep.
To buy mint zero sneakers if you do have the budget.
Yes. Yes.
Now, of course, during that time, the mint zero sneakers and the mint two sneakers, they do have like a slight price difference, right?
Yes. Yes.
But because GST is quite high right now, I think it's
Yes,
around like
100
$5
plus. Yes,
to like 4.6 USD right now
yes,
per GST.
yeah,
Um, it's not necessarily that attractive to mint anymore.
yeah.
But
That's
back
right.
then, it was really attractive to mint. And if you remember, there was a double minting
Yeah, event. Yeah.
event. Yeah. So I got in there, and then I minted twice.
Oh, wow.
Got 4 shoebox in total. So I was
Mhm.
really lucky.
Yeah.
So I basically flipped it,
Hmm.
and I gave all of the sneakers essentially to my family
Yes, yes,
and my friends.
yes.
And now they're all into the StepN community right now. So
Wow.
me, my mother, all my friends, they all have like at least 1 to 3 sneakers right now. So
So
yeah,
I assume the trainer is your main shoes that you're using out of
so
the three.
currently my Uncommon Runner is my main shoe,
Mm-hmm.
which I'm happy to get it, but I'm slightly regretting it right now because running every day is really tiresome.
Oh, it's a runner shoes.
It's a runner shoe.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. You know
I'm
what?
not a runner myself.
You know
I
what?
do weight
Even the
training, I
regular
do
runner shoes.
powerlifting, but I'm not a runner. So I'm pushing my limits.
Even, you know, even those that are runners in the past, they're really struggling. And even Barn Dog, if you've seen his AMAs, he said it's good that you have an extra walker, so maybe every other day as your body allows, then you can
Yeah,
rest.
yeah,
So
that's
your
right.
uncommon is the runner. So what will you
Yeah.
do now? Will you sell or will you downgrade or you will keep doing it?
Actually, the day before, my mom just opened up a shoebox, a common shoebox, and got myself another uncommon sneaker. So I have
Mm.
2 uncommon sneakers right now. They're both runners.
Okay.
So right now, I don't know how to deal with them because if I sell it right, and then
Mm.
to purchase around 2 to 3 more sneakers, I can maybe get up to 9 sneakers in total. That's
Yeah.
45 minutes.
Yes,
But
yes.
but do I really want to run 45 minutes every day?
No,
Like, is that
no,
even is that even
no.
possible? Like, you know?
No, most people, those who have runner shoes, whether uncommon, common, or rare, they really have an extra shoes, say walker, to rest in between the days. So they will use it maybe the other day just to get themselves rested, their knees, because it's really hard. It's really hard on the knee. Even in Discord, if you've checked it, so many people who has running shoes, or maybe, I don't know, maybe you can sell one of the running shoes and use sell when you maybe same price as what you spent to mint it. And then maybe you can buy a new uncommon walker just to in between.
Yeah, yeah. I think that is a sound advice. That's one of the key tips to the beginners as well. Like if you are a runner, then
Mm-mm.
of course purchase a runner because apparently the runners are quite uh they're relatively at a lower price than the other shoes, for example, trainers, joggers, walkers,
Yeah, because I
just
think
because of
it's
the
hard.
fact that you can't really run every day.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So obviously you've started March 30. So how do you find your journey now? Almost more than 2 weeks. How did you find the app?
So I've been using
Your
StepN for consecutively 17 days now. So
yeah.
I haven't stopped since I've joined the journey. And I started my Twitter page on the 8th. So
Mm-hmm.
this would mark my the 8th day
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
joining the Twitter space. I've
Mm-hmm.
nearly 100 followers on it. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
really, really honored and really happy
Mm-hmm.
that a lot of people in the StepN community are joining with me. I know there are a couple of other members
Yep.
uh, who read my Twitter space and they
Mm-hmm.
decided to join in StepN as well. So I'm really glad that there are a lot of people out there who's reading my stuff and then just joining with me. I think that's a really great experience.
Sure.
Like I'm not out there getting wanting exposure for some commercial financial reason.
Yep.
I'm mainly here to just to experience sharing my experience, my
Yep.
joy with the world basically. Yeah.
Yeah, sure, sure. So how do you use your energy? Because me personally, I prefer the full 2 energy, and I'll be minting soon, so I'll have 4 energy. So I prefer to do the full energy than half. So how about you? How do you do it? 4 times a day, or just use the full energy every day?
Yeah, there's a couple of strategies, right? If you so another tip for beginners, please do watch Barn Dog's videos. They are
Yeah.
super helpful.
Yeah.
So what I'm doing around is I'm pretty much regurgitating the strategies Barn Dog has given to us.
Advice. Yeah.
There are several strategies right now. So if you do have free pair of sneakers, that's 4 energies in total.
Yes.
That's also 20 minutes per day, right?
Yes.
Then if you split it into 4 times per day, I believe that gets you a little bit more energy than usual. I'm not sure if they patched the strategy right now, so there's another more cost-effective strategy right now, which is to play into a 5 free energy strategy. So what that basically means is that for every 24 hours, right, your bar will be filled up, but the next bar will be refreshing.
Yes.
Right, the next bar will be refreshing. So when you're filled up, and when your next bar, so your 5th bar, so to speak, is almost filled up as well, you start your session. So for example, if your 5th bar is refreshing at, let's say, 1 p.m. will be finished refreshing at 1 p.m. Start your session at 12:55.
Yep.
And during your session, your 20-minute session, your 5th bar will actually be will be added into your session. So in total, you have 25 minutes.
Yep.
During your session. And why is that important? Because at the 5th energy stage, you actually have a higher significant chance of getting a level 1 mystery box.
Yep.
And that's a really good way to recoup your cost more efficiently, or to recoup your investment more efficiently. And of course, the next day you probably only have free energies to spend, because you've basically spent 30 hours of energies in one go. But you don't want to mix up your step-in time, right? Because for me, let's say I go for a run every every day, and then I go out at 6 p.m. I have a run, I come back, and that's pretty much it. But if you use this strategy, the next day at 6 p.m., you only have 3 energies left.
Yes.
You can still go out for a run. So the next day, so on the 3rd day, you can restart that strategy again. So you have 5 energies on the 1st day, 3 energies on the 2nd day, 5 energies on the 3rd day, etc.
Actually, I have a question with that. For those who are not familiar, I think Brian here is discussing about the 125% energy, right?
That's correct.
Yeah. So my question is, because before a lot of people are also asking, does it needs to be within, say, your energy is replenishing on 1 p.m. Does it needs to be like 12:55, or you can go 12:50 exactly, or should it be just before it will replenish at 1? Will it do good? Because I'm thinking, if I use, because I'm using obviously 10 minutes for now. So usually if I want to implement that, I go for 12:50, 10 minutes before exactly the replenish, or it doesn't matter as long as just before, 10 minutes before the replenish time.
I think that's correct. You have to do it right, 10 minutes before the refresh time in your case. But if you have free sneakers, that's 20 minutes before your 5th bar replenishes.
Within 20 minutes. Yep.
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Because so many people are confused. They're like, shall I do it just like say 10 minutes before or 20 minutes before? It depends on your energy, or it doesn't matter as long as it's before the replenish time. So at least
Yeah,
that's just
I think it depends on how many energies
yeah,
you have.
yeah,
If you have one sneakers that's 10 minutes before.
before.
If
Yep.
you're free sneakers, that's 20
20
minutes
minutes
before.
before. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
cool. Yeah, sure. So at the moment, what strategy are you using? Because sorry, how many shoes again you're having at the moment? You have at the moment?
So I have three common sneakers right now and two uncommon sneakers. That is 6 energies in total.
Okay. So what's your strategy? Are you going for 9 sneakers, or are you leveling up one and then go to level 19, or do you have any other goal or strategy that you want to achieve for yourself
Yeah,
personally?
yeah. So my current strategy right now is I would probably mint my two uncommon sneakers and try to get something different than a runner, because it really does depend on the category of your main shoe.
Mm.
So let's say if you do have a runner, so unfortunately that's my case. You gotta run every day, right? But of course, that's quite taxing on your body and your
Yes.
your legs and all that stuff. And for a average Joe like me, I think that's quite tiring.
Mm,
So I would switch up, for example, 3 days of running, and then
mm,
use my common trainer to walk and
mm,
rest for 1 day,
mm,
and then repeat that schedule.
mm,
But let's say if you do have a jogger
mm,
as your main shoe, right? Because the jogger's optimal speed is between 4 to 10 kilometers per
per
hour.
hour.
So that
Mm.
means you can power walk
Yes.
or slow jogging.
Yeah.
And I think that joggers are probably the best way to get into StepN,
Yeah.
because if you do run every day and you get tired very quickly, that kind of discourages your playing experience, right?
That's right.
So using a jogger is, in my opinion, that's the best way to get into StepN.
That's right.
If you have a main jogger, let's say a common jogger or even an uncommon jogger, right?
Mm, mm,
Get that free sneaker. I think that free sneaker benchmark is really important
mm.
for beginner players, because as we said, we can use that 125%
Energy.
strategy to
Yeah.
get your level 1 mystery boxes.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, after you get into that benchmark, you can mint your sneakers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Slowly and gradually get that to the 9 sneakers benchmark. So you have 45 minutes per day.
Mm-hmm.
And even to be honest, if you power work 45 minutes per day,
Still
that's
good.
relatively doable than
Yeah.
running 45 minutes per day.
True. True. So speaking of running, so obviously you said 17 days of using StepN. How did it affect your body? I mean, because obviously me personally, I've said it many times that one thing that really amazes and attracted me with this project is, the fitness part. Like, even without thinking the earning part, I'm always fascinated when I hear people say that I lose a bit of weight now. I can move one now. And me personally, after, I don't know, maybe almost same days as you are, I can feel the when you put your pants on the waistline. Before, I cannot button some pants, and
Right,
now, oh
right.
my God, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my God, it's only how many days? Maybe similar to you. How about you? How did it affect your physical being in 17
So
days?
currently, Hong Kong, the situation in Hong Kong is, of course, with regards to the COVID situation, all of the gyms has closed down. They are reopening soon, so we'll see about that. But when I started my StepN journey, all the gyms are closed. And like I said, I'm a weight trainer. I'm a power lifter. Uh, that unable to go to the gym is quite depressing for me.
Yeah,
And
I know.
after I got to StepN, right, it gives me a huge incentive just to go outside, have a walk, or even run for a couple of minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I I find myself not as depressing as the days
Before.
before I joined StepN. That's for sure. So it has a huge impact on your mental health, a
As well. Yeah.
beneficial impact on your mental health. That's
True.
number one.
Mm.
Secondly, one of the things that I find attractive and that I really like about StepN is, in order to join StepN, you have to create a crypto wallet.
Yeah.
And that's the first thing you do when you download and you open up your StepN application in your cell phone. And for people, for example, my parents, they know about cryptocurrency, right? But they don't really have that firsthand experience on dealing with cryptocurrency. They'll always be like, oh, is it a scam, or is it like a Ponzi scheme or something? But after giving them the sneakers and open up that first crypto wallet that they have, they got into the crypto community. And I think that's a great thing, right? That's a great gateway for people to get into the crypto stuff, right? To get into the NFT stuff. And they're doing it without thinking too much. Like if I were to tell my other friends, to get into NFTs, they'll be like, oh, but it's just a stupid art, right? Like, it costs a lot, but it's a stupid art. You get it, and then what, right? But right now, if you get into the StepN, you can actually use your NFT. So that means integrating the virtual side of NFTs to your actual daily experience, and I think that's a really great idea.
Yeah, and speaking of that idea, it's like what you're trying to say here is like first time that we've seen an NFT with a real life application. And even me, I was amazed because for the first time we can experience it, like we can apply it in our daily lives. Unlike other NFT, like what you've said, the art, we don't really appreciate it because it's just digital, unless you can sell it for really huge value like some of the other NFT creators. But in general, for ordinary Joe like us, it's like we cannot appreciate because again, it's only a digital thing. But with StepN, yes, it's digital, but I'm also using it to walk and more importantly, motivate myself. And I've shared it my story in the past that I'm on a party Saturday night, but my 2 energy is replenishing at 5 p.m. So after that, I still need to go out from the party and do a quick 10-minute walk. So I'm like, and for other people, most of the stories is like, oh, even if it's raining, it's winter, it's snowing, I need to go out. I need to go out because I need that GST. So it's a good motivation.
The StepN syndrome. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, is that how you call it? Okay, let's call it StepN syndrome. And another thing is, what can you say for those people who are like, again, you said hesitant on crypto, because some people, it's their first time to create an account. What can you say about them, like to make the experience easy or smooth?
Right. So my first advice to people who are kind of skeptical about crypto is do be skeptical, because if you trust a lot of the information out there, they might have an ulterior motive, right? Like, let's say if people are asking you to buy some kind of dodgy coin, right? Like for example, baby Doge Elon to the moon, for example. That is obviously a scam. But sometimes when you see the price going up, skyrocketing, you kind of want to get into it, right? And that's how you lose money really quickly. So do be skeptical. That's my first advice. Secondly, do your own research. If you're really interested in getting into crypto. And thirdly, get into StepN, because the StepN community are really helpful. Not just about how to purchase your first sneaker. Sometimes people do discuss about the the crypto side of things. So we do have a really active community on Discord right now who are constantly chatting about crypto, GST, GMT. There are a lot of people in there, right? But you have your average Joe, but you also have your crypto day traders, and they know a lot of stuff about crypto.
Sure.
So definitely do ask. I think that's the best way to learn something, is to actually engage with people, engage with the community who are much more experienced than you, and absorb all the knowledge as you can along the way.
Yeah, cool. All right, any final words before we end this video? I'm thinking in the near future, we hope to have a part 2 interview, and I'm just envisioning during that time we might be discussing about gem sockets. Will you be planning to open your sockets and put some gems over there, or you're more
Yeah,
on?
yeah, I'll be definitely experimenting with the gem sockets. I've actually opened one and slotted a resilience gem, but as I'll be opening up the mystery boxes for the next couple of days, and we'll see about that. Maybe I'll try, merging the gems into level 2 gems if my budget allows me to do so.
Yes.
Yeah, but thank you for having me on your channel. It's a great channel, everyone. If you're watching this, please do subscribe to
Thank you.
Janet's channel. Yeah.
Thank you. And yes, we will also put the Twitter handle of Brian in the description box. So thank you so much, Brian, for this time. Again, I appreciate and I look forward for the part 2 of this interview, because I want to know how you deal with the sockets. What have you done? How much have you earned? What's your advice? So that's another video to do. And again, for those who had watched us, again, thank you so much. And please don't forget to subscribe. I've learned so much on this interview, on the way that so many advice that Brian had given us. I hope, guys, this video will be a guide for you in researching about this project. That's all I always advise. Research, guys. There's a lot to learn before you jump into this project, and take your time. Don't do the FOMO, fear of missing out, because even me at the start, that's what I'm feeling, because again, I'm into crypto really, and I had a few play to earn games. So when I heard these projects, first tendency for me is FOMO, but don't do that. It's still early. You will not miss out for sure. Like, the market is still very unsaturated, but again, it's very important. You need to learn about this project, how to start, what you need to know, the attributes. That's why in my as you can see in my channel, I've tried to break down videos, including transferring your sneaker to another wallet, how to convert, how to swap tokens, everything. And of course, at the moment, again, so many of us, you are looking for activation codes. Please let me know on the comment section. I randomly give activation codes, and we do raffle, because as you know, it's now limited to 1,000 user activation codes per day.
That's right.
Again, thank you, Brian. Until next time, guys. See you. Let's go and walk or jog or run.
Thank you.